Well, good morning. It's another cold early start, but I've just come to some local woods near where I live. Again, I'm just trying out the M50 again, just getting used to this camera, and just seeing if there's anything about this morning. It's very cold, but it's beautiful. What a great morning to be out. So let's go and have a look around.
Are turning brown, red and yellow, soon they'll be falling down. Now, I'm not ready, not just yet.
So if you watched my last video, it was the first one I'd done with the M50, and also I was really trying to concentrate on getting better images, and as part of that, what I'm trying to do again today really is to find a suitable bush or tree where I can see bird activity and I can concentrate on a few branches that are in a nice position. The sun is coming up, but it's very, very hazy at the moment, but it is giving some nice diffused light, which is really nice actually. So let's carry on looking for that perfect spot. This is great. I've been so stressed at work recently, and you know what, the last couple of times I've been out, last few days, I feel like a different person. It's just getting out here. It's just wonderful, absolutely wonderful. It's a lifesaver. I'm just keeping an eye on this bush in front of me. You can see behind there are some trees that are turning lots of different colours. Greens, reds, oranges. Really quite beautiful actually. What I'm hoping is if I can get a bird to land in this tree in front of me, and the colours that are behind will be really nice and diffused and blurry, but will just add a bit of extra interest. Okay, I've given that half an hour, which I know you can say wildlife photography, patience, hours of sitting around, but I've given it half an hour and there really hasn't been a lot of activity. There has been a Treecreeper, but because it's been so close to the branch, there's been too much distraction around him. I did get one shot, but unfortunately it got a leaf over the front of him. I don't know whether I'll be able to do anything with it, but anyway, so I'm going to move on, see if I can find something a bit more where there's a bit more activity, I think. This is the photograph I took of the Treecreeper. As you can see, it's quite distracting and there's a lot of obstructions. It was in and out of the tree, so very difficult to photograph. Initially when I first saw it, I thought, well, that's no good, I'm not going to use that. Then I thought, well, just in the spirit of trying things out and testing my skills in Photoshop, I'll see if I can do something with it. So using the clone stamp tool, I got rid of the distracting elements. So that yellow twig, the leaf on the end, and there's a twig running right across the centre of the body. And I've ended up with this image. Now, it's okay. It's not brilliant. I think if you're critical, you can probably tell where it's been cloned, because I'm no expert at cloning. I mean, it's not one of my skills, but I know enough to do a little bit. But as I say, if you're super critical, you could probably guess where it's been done. But anyway, that's the final image. If I had just put that on the vlog and said, here's the picture I took of the Treecreeper, for me that would have been dishonest. It would have been not what I'm about, and I wouldn't do it. So what I'm saying is that here's the final version, which I've cloned some stuff out, and then parts of the actual bird are cloned because there was stuff in front of it. So that's what I'm saying about this image. If you're happy with that, if you like it, if you're comfortable with that, that's fine. If you're not, if you're more of somebody who thinks that you shouldn't mess around with these photographs, that's fine also. I mean, it's your opinion in the end of the day. I'm happy with it as long as I tell you about it, as long as I'm honest. I don't see a problem with it, an issue. It's not an issue at all. It's an art form in the end of the day. And every image I do, and every image I use and show, social media, on the vlogs, whatever it is edited in some way. I've altered it, and I would guess that 99.9% of people who are doing this type of thing will do the same.
I'm not ready for autumn. Autumn comes too soon. Autumn comes too soon. The light that flickers will blow away the sight, and all that blossomed will wither away and die. Not now, I'm not ready, not just yet. I'm not ready for autumn. Autumn comes too soon.
Well, it's still really foggy, so I've just had to walk around the woods, and I thought the bird activity really isn't very high at the moment. There's not much about it. Everything's keeping quiet, which is understandable because of the conditions. So I thought I'd have a walk around these woods. The sun is really hazy, and just look for see if I could find some nice pictures to take generally. So this is what I've been looking at. I should show you. Okay, so it's just all the colours you can see behind me there. Yeah, just those autumn colours really. I'll see how that one turns out, I'll let you know. Okay, so I just want to talk quickly about this picture. I'll reiterate once again, I'm no landscape photographer, but I do like to just try and learn a bit. And what struck me about this image was the colours really, more than anything. It's a bit of a jumbled mess. There's no particular composition. I've cropped it right down because I wasn't happy with the original composition. There's a branch right at the front of the picture that's very distracting, that ruins, I'd say ruin, it doesn't ruin the picture, but it distracts from the picture, which I'm not happy with. So it's a flawed image, I'll grant you that. But I like the colours, and that's why I took the image. So I just thought I'd put it up there. And again, full disclosure here, I've done a fair bit of editing in Photoshop to bring those colours out and enhance the picture. Well, lovely as the woods were this morning, they're absolutely beautiful. The mist and the hazy sun, it was fantastic. There really wasn't a lot of bird life about. It was very, very quiet. So I've just driven, oh not far, a few hundred yards. Hang on. Anyway, yeah, I've just driven a few hundred yards to another area where there's some hedgerows. It's a bit more out in the country, a bit more open, light's better. So I'm hoping there's going to be some bird activity on the hedgerows. So we'll see. Just running along the side of the hedgerow, just over there, I'll show you in a minute, is some standing water on the ground. And I've just noticed there's been a robin perching on the edge and then sort of flying over the water, and I don't know what he's doing actually, whether he's feeding or whether he's, I don't know, anyway. But it was really great because he was like trying to hover over the water almost and pick something off the water, I think. Anyway, I think I've got a nice shot of that. I'll show you. So yeah, that's the one I just took. That's zoomed in quite heavily. Excuse me. And he's quite dark, but I'll be able to lighten that up, that's fine. But I'm really pleased with that one actually, that's quite nice.
Autumn comes too soon. Autumn comes too soon.
I'm just watching some dunnocks feeding on some, I don't know, it's thistle or something like that. It's really frustrating that they're right in front of me, but they're in amongst the thistle, so I can't get a clear shot at the moment. And unfortunately, the background is a residential care home, but I'm hoping it's far enough away so it won't be an issue. So I'm just going to stick this out. It's where are we? I've got about 20 minutes till I need to go, so I'm just going to stick this out for 10 minutes and see if just one of them will pop up, so I can get a clear shot of it. Once again, that has proved very, very frustrating. The background's too muddled, and this goes to sort of show what I was trying to say in my previous video. Backgrounds and the camera, good as it is, and the lens, good it is, just couldn't quite hold focus, couldn't quite grab focus sometimes. Very, very difficult. But it just goes to show, I've been out for 4 hours this morning. Beautiful surroundings, conditions were lovely, and I've ended up, I think, with one photo. So, okay, I'm happy with that. It's not vast amounts to put out on the videos, but you've got to be realistic, and obviously sometimes you go out and nothing happens, and this is really one of those occasions. So anyway, I hope it hasn't been too boring for you and everything, and I hope it's putting a message across that you've got to persevere at this sort of thing, and you've got to be patient, and that's something I've got to work on, patience. But anyway, so that's it for today. I'm off to the Lake District in a few days. I'm hoping there'll be something from there, so the next one or maybe two, if I can get some good stuff, videos will come from the Lake District, and then we'll be back home, back at work unfortunately, so I'll be limited to Sundays again. But anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and be well, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.